In the hallowed annals of horse racing history, there exists a secret tradition that has captured the hearts of millions. A legacy that weaves through time like a tapestry of valor and triumph. The Kentucky Derby, an emblem of greatness, an ode to the equine spirit, and a symbol of unyielding passion. For over a century, the thundering hooves have echoed across the venerable grounds of Churchill Downs as champions emerge to etch their names in the immortal pages of horse racing folklore. From the unforgettable Sir Barton to the legendary Secretariat, each stride has been a symphony of grace and courage. And within this historic realm of flesh and blood, bonds between horse and rider are forged, lasting through the ages. But as the world evolves, so too does the spirit of competition. Today, as we venture into the virtual domain, we pay homage to the pioneers of a new legacy, a legacy that fuses tradition with innovation, and the pursuit of greatness extends beyond the confines of reality. Welcome to this season's virtual Kentucky Derby, where the frontier of horse racing meets the boundless realm of Web3. Here, in this digital arena, horses of pure code and dreams, crafted by visionaries, gallop, fueled by the passion of their creators and riders alike. Within this matrix of pixels, hearts pound with anticipation as the virtual thunder ignites the souls of virtual fans worldwide. The legacy of the Kentucky Derby is not only preserved, but elevated to new heights, where innovation and tradition intertwine in perfect harmony. As we celebrate the past and embrace the future, remember that the essence of horse racing lies not solely in the tangible, but in the intangible. The relentless spirit that transcends the realm of flesh, steel, and circuits. It's the desire to triumph, the will to conquer, and the dream of making history. So, let us unite in admiration for these majestic athletes, both real and virtual, as we ride the currents of time and create new legacies that will echo through generations to come.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, gamers, racing enthusiasts. Welcome again to the 14th running of the virtual Kentucky Derby. We are here in Sweet 16, the 16th season of Photo Finish Live. I am Ian Cummings, your host this evening with my co-host Fib. He is probably away from his computer right now. Who cares? We're here. It's a privilege to address all of you today. And really from the beginning, the mission stays very true. It is still very clear. We are here to deliver an exhilarating, a true-to-life horse racing simulation on our cutting-edge Web3 platform. The journey has been remarkable, ups and downs, sideways. But, our player base, our passionate community drives us forward. Your enthusiasm, your feedback, it has been the driving force behind the evolution of this game, and it always will be. A special and heartfelt thanks to Churchill Downs, our esteemed partner, the biggest name in horse racing in America today. Your collaboration has really elevated this game, of course. It's merging the state-of-the-art technology of today with the timeless thrill of horse racing. And we're here capturing the hearts of fans worldwide, some brand new, some quite old. We are profoundly grateful for your partnership and the shared vision, of course. But at the core of Photo Finish Live, it all goes back to you that are watching. It is you, our community. You know this. You are the best. You are the greatest, the most vibrant, zealous, amazing, passionate group of people in the world. You breathe the life into this game every single hour, every single day. You fostered this really lively atmosphere. Friendships have flourished. Alliances have been forged. A lot of enemies have been made. The spirit of competition lives on forever in this community in Photo Finish Live. So as we look to the future, remember, this is still just the beginning of the journey. I know it's sometimes I hate saying that, Fib, you love to say we're so early. But to be honest, it is actually true. There is so much more to grow into. We are still very young in this game, and it's been such an exciting journey so far. Thank you for joining us to this point. So with that, let's raise our glass. I'm going to use my nice third time mug. Cheers to all of you. Having a wonderful Woodford Reserve on this evening, and here's to a night filled with extraordinary racing and thrilling achievements from the folks that are here racing for huge money prizes. So time to gear up. Let's get with the friends, and we are prepared to outpace your rivals. We are here to make this Derby unforgettable and another chapter in the legacy. So let's learn a little bit about Photo Finish Live, if you're new here, how this game actually works. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome to the thrilling world of Photo Finish Live, the revolutionary virtual horse racing ecosystem that brings the excitement of real horse racing straight to your fingertips. Brought to life by Third Time Entertainment, Photo Finish Live offers a unique and immersive experience like no other. Picture this: you're not just a spectator, you're a real-life owner and breeder of horses in this captivating virtual world. Engage in heart-pounding races against other players, where real money is on the line. The stakes are high, and the rewards are yours for the taking. There's a host of innovations that set Photo Finish apart from the competition, such as the most advanced genetic breeding algorithm in the world and the ability to own racetracks and share their monetary rewards. In Photo Finish, you will create generations and generations of unique offspring, each carrying a legacy of its ancestors. The true-to-life genetics system offers endless possibilities for breeding, and your decisions will determine the future champions of the track. All the while owning a proportional share in a racetrack via Crown, our cryptocurrency, allows you to share the game's success. Step into a world where 4 weeks in real life correspond to one in-game year. Witness the passage of time as each new season brings fresh opportunities and challenges. Thousands of races await you in every season, from entry-level maiden races to the highest stakes premier graded events. Horses of every level and price point have a chance to hit the podium and breed up over time. With its commitment to realism, Photo Finish Live brings the thrill of horse racing to life. As the seasons pass, horses retire to breed and eventually die, mirroring real-world horse racing to ensure long-term sustainability. Embrace renewed opportunities to showcase your skills and strategies, ensuring the excitement never ends. Are you ready to start your legacy in the world of Photo Finish Live? The tracks await. The competition beckons, and fame and fortune favor the bold. Become a part of this one-of-a-kind virtual horse racing ecosystem and let your dreams run wild. Join us today and embark on an unforgettable journey. The Sport of Kings awaits your presence in Photo Finish Live.
Hey, look who it is.
Hey.
It's Fib's big face.
It's me, just me, actually. Hello, welcome. Oh, okay, there we go. Look who's here.
Fib's here, and
Hey.
I'm here. We're all looking the same. That's right, because I had to leave the thing and come back. Well, welcome everybody to the Kentucky Derby stream. Fib and I were just working on a track.
We were
together.
Yeah, we're playing. Yeah, it was
You
just
try
a little impromptu little ditty. Oh, here we go. Welcome now to the virtual derby. Gonna head on down. Gonna get real dirty.
Good enough. Right?
Right.
Welcome everyone. I mean, it's like, well, we don't have to take ourselves so seriously sometimes, right? We're racing virtual horses, but big stakes on the line tonight, Fib, right?
Big stakes, big stakes, as big as they come. Huge, absolutely enormous. Each one of these races, just so much money on the line. Now I think it's like over $50,000 just on the day in terms of just including juice
Do you ever think that we chose poorly being on this side and not being able to race? I think that a lot.
I don't know if it was ever an option for you, but it was for me. And every so often I consider that, but I wouldn't change it for the entire world.
Oh, there you go. That's nice. That's nice. So we got the first race tonight. I mean, I guess I'll throw out a quick shout out. If you're not using pfldrf.com, make sure you're checking in on that. Now,
Sure.
I don't know if you even know, Fib, the alpha, that I have created a custom API feed, and pfldrf.com is the first customer. This is the beginning of a lot of great things with all of our third-party community and developers. So PFLDRF is obviously a great thing. We love Gap Data. We love MJ, all these guys. So make sure you guys reach out soon. It wasn't really ready, but basically PFLDRF, our buddy there, Liberty Tree, was really struggling. So we made sure that we went ahead and made a custom API. So anyway, he's able to actually run normal API calls to query this data. I don't know if you knew that. Pretty exciting.
I think it's wonderful. Support it. I use PFLDRF every single time we do one of these shows, of course, and all the after darks. And I'm sure everybody else is looking at these. It's just such a great way to look at the way the way these horses stack up. Yeah,
it is a great,
races,
absolutely great website. And I see he's in the chat. So welcome, Liberty Tree. And he says it's almost done. So obviously we're still working on it together. He's our first sort of test, unfortunate guinea pig. But so as soon as we kind of figure things out, then hopefully all the other folks that we know and love in the community, I will absolutely provide the same amount of, care to you guys too. This isn't some sort of custom deal only for PFL.
It's just the beginning. You're early. You're early again.
He's so early. He's the
phenomenon.
Glass having to deal with all the problems.
So we have
what's the first race? Tell me about
it. First race, real quick, because we only got 40 seconds going into it. 40 seconds going into it. Full field here. 18 horses. Atomos, the 17 out of Golden Boot Stables. Odds-on favorite here, pretty heavily compared to everybody else. Almost probably double the action on this horse. But there's also Bullish Girl, the 9 out of GVG, looking like they've gotten a little bit of action as well. A lot of these horses relatively untouched.
Who's your pick? Give me a 1-2. Give me exacta.
Man, I feel like I bet there's a lot of good opportunity. I think the 5. I'd go 5, 6 doesn't look bad either. Jeez. 5, 6, yeah, or 6, actually 6, 5 exacta, yeah, 6, 5 exacta.
6, 5 exacta. Here we are. Yeah. Mo, are you down at the track? Are you there? Coming in at the Bourbon. I see it loading on my side there. So hopefully, looks like you're good. Mo, are you there?
Yeah, baby.
Did the plane make it?
Here at the track, thank you very much. A little bit of a delay here, a lot of traffic, big day down at the virtual Churchill Downs, and we are here for the opener. It's post time. Let's roll. Online for the Bourbon County Stakes even. Away they go, quickly out of the gate. It's Elvis in the sky, along with Everland on the outside. Blue Christmas moves along here in third in front of the first Melon. Wakan in there in fifth, and Agavi in sixth here at the 18 hole, now passed by Bullish Girl as this field is tight. Ooh, early injury there too. Hate to see it on Derby Day, but gotta be careful when you race these horses. Opening quarter in 24 and change. Elvis in the sky showing the way, opens up by a solid 6 here in the early going. Back to second, next pack of first Melon, Blue Christmas. Here comes Bullish Girl rolling from the back of the pack now, looking to make an advancement here, but cut off by Duquesa. Duquesa, love to see this one out here in the pink silks at 18-1, but they all got to catch the front runner still. Elvis in the sky, trying to bring home this opener here, live from virtual Churchill. But now look out, here comes company. First Melon and Blue Christmas caught the leader, but Elvis still got that nose in front, looking to accelerate once again now and put these horses in the rear view. And that's exactly what's going to take place as we roll into the far turn. It's Elvis in the sky, still showing strong. Off the rail now and looking for some tail is Sky Presley. Cut off there is Koss. Koss came with a rolling move on the outside, and now it's Koss who flies to the lead. Margarita Boy back for second. First Melon. Elvis in the sky now back into fourth place and has some moves to make down at the rail, and now is trying to catch these front two with First Melon and Koss. Koss got it here with First Melon, now takes it back. First Melon got a half-length lead, 1 final push from Cause on the outside. Blind Melon, Cause, First Melon, Cause, but it's going to be First Melon looking to hold on here on the bob, as I am trying to get the name right here. First Melon from San Bree Stables over Cause and Margarita Boy. Wow, 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 wow.
Oh, boy, what a race. Cost, our old favorite. The dog in him.
Yeah, he's got that dog. He's got that dog in him. He's got that dog on him.
That dog on him, man. Wow. So that race, I was just checking, $880 to the champion there. Phew.
Wow. That's a nice
Solid.
Saturday. Hey, that's
That
extra
is a
meat
nice
at Chipotle
Saturday.
at least. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Guac
saying?
too, man. You can
Guac,
do the
yeah. Order the
whole
guac.
thing.
That's
Mhm.
basically, but that's kind of going to do, that's going to take up most of your winnings, unfortunately. That's just how
The
inflation
guac.
is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just how it
All right, so moving
$880
on.
me and my girl.
We've got
Yeah.
Bluegrass Commemorative starting in 5 minutes. We got a little more time this time. We don't have to sing our song as I
We
don't
don't
know,
have
I would.
to.
I
Yeah.
would.
We
but we don't
could.
have to.
Yeah. Let's just
So let's
choose
see.
not
This
to.
one's got 75K is for the winner. That's when I do the math, that's nearly 1,000, 930 something US American dollar, Bolivian dollars.
Bolivian, yes. Yen.
Boy. Now this
Thug
is
Elixir.
yeah.
Thug Elixir.
Go
Odds
ahead.
on favorite. That's the 18, man. Thug Elixir.
The 18.
That's a
And wide.
tombstone John
Starting out
right
wide.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, a favorite at 10-1, so obviously pretty spread.
Pretty spread indeed. Yeah.
How does the math work there? This is like there was no betting. I don't know. I don't understand. But okay, 10-1 is the favorite.
Yes.
Wow, that's a good night.
It is a good night. I mean, that's just there's going to be a lot of opportunities, and that actually brings me to something else that I like to say this a lot. Look, make your picks now. Make it
Oh
now.
yeah,
Make them
which
now,
race?
right now.
Mint
You can
Julep
make
Memorial.
you can go the Mint Julep and forward. You can make picks on.
Mhm.
Especially check out those major races. Always a lot of action on those races, man. But still, so much juice in these races. If you make those picks, there's juice to be had, my friends. And Thug Elixir here. The odds on favorite. This horse has raced I mean, this horse coming in as the favorite to me is astounding. I mean, there's other horses here with W's at 8. This horse has no wins at 8, but it's just on top here, man. It's on top. It's so
Well,
interesting.
I mean, again, I think to say 10-1, yeah, like there's so many close. There's an A+, it's an 11-1. So it does feel like that. There's not really much in the betting action. The pools
It's a
to
70
give it away.
max. It's a 70 max. That's something
Uh-huh.
that's interesting about these this
The
season. You know,
benchmark.
70 max benchmark race, and so this gives an opportunity on a big day like today for horses that are a little, you know, maybe a little bit slower than the most competitive horses in the game to still show up huge and compete in their lane, and you know, take home the big prize in front of a bunch of people. So you know, that has its own intangibles. You know what I mean? Like you win in front, you
Yeah,
win on the big screen. That's your name's out there. You know, you're making waves. That's just how
that's
it
true.
is.
That's
Yeah.
true. Well, you can't. I mean, Thug Elixir. So obviously, Tombstone, a longtime stalwart out of the Tombstone stables, one of my
Indeed.
favorite stables around. This guy's like just absolutely the cream of the crop when it comes to a strategic game player. I love it. If you don't know Tombstone,
Pro
he's
poker player.
the poker legend. I don't want to dox him in case he doesn't want. He probably doesn't mind, but whatever. You can look him up. But I mean, he bred in with the SoCal crew here. He's got YSM, he's got Baltazar, all like the whole every big stable kind of finding its way down to the Thug Elixir horse here. So I don't know. Interesting play.
Indeed. A community effort, a culmination. But you know, you do have a lot of opportunities in this race, or you did, since the pools are closed. I would look forward, Mint Julep Memorial onward. There have to be opportunities like this. I mean, look, think about the 8 here, Giattini, 6 wins at this distance. I mean, looking great, 72 fleet. I mean, it just looks like I would have taken that horse for sure. There's a lot of opportunities here. Mezzaforte, the 7, that's out of OEB. Also looks pretty good on it. Not tested on a good track, but still looks good on it in my opinion.
Now, producer, could we see that horse in 3D? Let's see what kind of mood this horse is in.
Yeah, let's check the emotional feeling of this horse.
Boy,
Ooh,
confident.
yeah, I like
How
it.
about the 7?
It's kind of like sticking up its head. You know what I mean? It's kind of like,
Ooh, boy, not looking good there.
yeah, maybe not that one. Yeah, probably not. Yeah,
fading the 7 hard after that look. Well, you know, so that's what you got to do. You got to be really in tune with these horses. A lot of folks out there, they don't necessarily understand the psyche of the virtual equine like me. But I would say that's where to start looking, you know.
You got to gauge
Big
that. Yeah, it's sort of like a vibes gauge, you know what I mean? And that's what I
Yeah.
kind of use. I use kind of like when I make my picks, I use sort of like a dowsing rod, like the dowsing rod of the
Oh,
spirit. You know what I mean?
is
And
that
I'm
the
like, do, do, do,
is
do,
that
do,
the
do, do.
word?
Isn't it the dowsing
Dowel
rod?
rod? Dowel rod? No.
It's
Dowsing?
it's like it
The one that finds
vibrates
water?
towards the yeah, that's right.
Huh.
And I'm looking for liquid, but my liquid's a different liquid. It's a beautiful
It's heart.
coin-based liquid called Derby. That's the liquid I'm after.
It is a dowsing rod. You're right.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know if we need to go down to the track or not to call this race. It seems like we should. Mo, did you make it down there at Churchill?
He did.
If so,
He just had
save
to
us.
get a drink real quick. He had to cut his cigar.
Yeah, we are down here. Again, we got race 2 popping off here. It's the Bluegrass Commemorative. Online, it's post time. Shout out to the boys in the box. Doing a great job as always. Good to see everybody in chat. And away they go. Quickly out of the gate is Dart Invader. Followed alongside is Bluey White Stripe. Then comes Jatini. Dionysus moves along here in the 4th position. Greatness in the 5 hole out of the 14th position at 11-1. And Mezzaforte in the orange silks, now passed by Doug Elixir for Tombstone Stables as they make their way into the opening turn of this 8-furlong left turning affair on the dirt. Good track here for some stakes racing action. 160,000 Derby on the line. Who wants some? Bluey White Stripe was showing the way here, but now joined by Dionysus, as Dionysus is going to go by here and now take a share of the lead. Devil Bateman down at the rail, up for second. Queen of Bulls moves along in third. Doug Elixir with a beautiful move after the opening turn now, all the way up into second position here. Looks to be the pick favorite in the pools at 10-1. Not going to find odds like that in many places here, chat, but here we go now, rolling them into the turn. Half miles coming on in 49 and change, and look who's up top. It's Doug Elixir. Doug Elixir trying to bring the pick people right, and it's Doug Elixir now joined by Chocolate Chips down low with Brother Scott also trying to make a move, but Doug Elixir holding them off strong here. Good pedigree for Tombstone as Doug Elixir now pulls ahead again by 2. Chocolate Chips tries to hold on here. Brother Scott, no move there. Here comes Mezzaforte with a move last minute, but it might be too little too late as Doug Elixir puts in the work. Mid-race with a beautiful move. It's going to be Doug Elixir to the wire with ease. Doug Elixir over Chocolate Chips and Mezzaforte. And now I'm hungry.
Well, I mean,
I should have believed.
you
I should
faded.
have believed. I faded
You
so
did.
hard, man. I faded hard. I mean, the horse
Yeah.
just has no wins at this distance, but it does have. It seems like everybody else besides me, who just looked at this just now,
Mhm.
had something better planned in their mind, and that's that's actually that makes a lot of sense because you have a little time to look at these. These opened up at 2. You took your time, you did your homework, and you saw that horse, and you were like, "That's the one. That's the
Yep.
one, baby." You got 10-1 on your Derby. You multiplied. You multiplied your Derby.
You know how hard it
All
is to get a 10-1 out in the normal world? Like people
Yeah,
are just missing out. Would you say that people are missing
insanely.
out by sitting on Pump Fun as they chain smoke and watch these tokens come by when they could grab a 10-1 on a
Honestly,
thug horse?
yeah, in a way that makes more sense and with more consistency, I think that you could actually do better than probably most people on Pumped Up Fun. I think there's some people on Pumped Up Fun that do well. I think many people on Pumped Up Fun don't do well and just get rugged and make
Mm.
nothing and actually lose money a lot of the time. If that's not your game, we have a game for you, baby. It's called Photo Finish Live. It's called Making Picks. And
Photofinish.fun.
look into it. Photofinish.fun. We missed out on the URL there
I
big
don't want to look at
time.
that. That might
Photo
be taken. We don't want to
Photo
look at that
Finish
yet.
Fun. That would have been a great game name, but we went with Photo Finish Live. Hey,
Mm,
you live and you
that's fine.
learn.
That's
You know what
fine.
I mean?
We'll come back. That'll be the next,
You know what I
iteration
mean?
or whatever.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, congrats again to the big winner there, Tombstone. Which I don't want to
Huge.
dox him. I do not want to dox Mike Sowers, but
Don't dox him.
I will not
Keep him
dox Mike
secret.
Sowers.
He's a
Professional
sensei,
poker
dude.
player.
He's
Congrats,
a
big win.
long-standing. Huge, dude. Okay, Mint
Mhm.
Julep Memorial. That's what's up next. Mint Julep
Okay.
Memorial. We got 4
Okay, here
minutes
we
till the
go.
race fires off.
Here we go.
This is
the real deal.
This is a big one because it's a 90 max fleet. There's a lot of talent here. It's 90 max fleet is a pretty.
Look at
It's
all
not
these.
exactly prohibitive
No
when it comes
kidding.
to the general field. That's a very fast time. The only people that's going to kind of cut out are maybe the absolute tippy top horses, I would say. 90 Max Fleet. So they, in terms of
Yeah.
competing at the very top, but the purse size is certainly not exactly as big as the major. So it's sort of that in
But I
between
mean,
spot.
so Fib, I'm looking at the field here, and there's not like there's a bunch of 88 level horses in it. I mean, this is a bunch
There
of
aren't.
75s and stuff. So I mean, obviously, there's not too many horses running those
Mm-mm.
numbers yet, but
It's
this is
hard to
still
find
going
a
to be
90
pretty good.
Fleet horse.
I mean, you're looking at a Growler as the odds-on favorite. Just
Mhm.
seems like because he's got the highest fleet figure, right? But at the same time, Growler looks like an absolute beast, the 16 horse. Now, if we look at
Yeah.
that horse in 3D, let's see the confidence
Yeah,
portrayed by this
let's
Growler.
feel this out. Dowsing rod. Yeah, what do you think about that? How are you feeling that?
Just absolutely.
Do you feel like he just
ready to cook?
You feel alphaed on you? Do you feel
I just got mogged by a Growler.
You got mogged. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He honestly, I feel a little mogged myself looking at this horse. I mean, this horse has won 10 races out of 17 starts of this distance. I certainly have won 0 races at 12
And if you
furlongs,
guess,
I'm being honest.
what is this horse's father's name? If you had to guess.
Thug Passion, dude.
Yeah. Again, another one.
Another Thug Passion
People
horse.
starting to see the champion sire is starting to appear. Who knew that it would be called Thug Passion?
Thug Passion is such a
number
great.
one.
If you haven't heard that song, by the way, shout outs to SoCal for just keeping it West Coast, West Side. You know what I mean? I live on the East Coast and have my whole life, but I'm just gonna pretend that I know anything about that. And I'm gonna tell you that Thug Passion is a fantastic song by Tupac. Put that on, grill out, invite your extended family, and have a lovely weekend. That's
Speaking of grill out, we've got a big week this week, Phil.
We
it's
do.
July 4th,
We
and I think we're not going to drop everything, but it is July 4th. And there's going to be some magic when it comes to hot dogs and all of the things.
There certainly will.
So we're looking forward to celebrating. We're going to celebrate our independence by ramming glizzies into the hearts and minds of all photo finish, right?
Of all photo finish, yes. As many and more than you can handle, my friends.
Oh yeah. Oh man. If you're in the chat and you like glizzies, let's hear it. Type F in the chat for glizzies.
F in the chat.
G in the chats for glizzies.
Yes. Beautiful.
It's funny telling people on my team, like, now what is a glizzy? Just
because we actually are all boomers, but once you get to a certain point, your kids tell you this, and then you can make make the lingo lame. It's actually it's an eternal arms race. It's a beautiful thing. It's part of nature.
G's and F's. The chat is going crazy with the G's and F's. The glizzies, we're all ready for it. Our bodies are ready for the glizzies next week.
I'm ready.
We got 50 seconds left. F's in the chat. F's in the chat.
F's in the chat, baby.
So I don't know if I had to throw an exact box on this.
What about Mash, dude? Mash the 10 looks good.
I would go 16. Mash. I was actually going to throw in the 10. I'm going to go 10, 16, and 7. That's
the 7 horse Nashville Stomper.
I love it. That's where I'm from. A little Nashville horse.
True.
Also, Soulmate. You got
it's a Soulmate horse.
You never know what that guy's got on his Charlie from Always Sunny board that he's working on.
That's true. Respect him. Even after meeting him, his mystique only grew. That's one of the most amazing things about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some people, they say never meet your heroes. I met Soulmate Stables.
Met my hero.
It was only good.
It was all good. Exactly. I couldn't keep up with him though. He was like, "Hey, it's 3:45. You want to head to a bar?" I couldn't do it. Anyway, let's head on down to Churchill Downs. Mo, get after it, son.
It's time.
Thank you once again. Back from the booth. Here we go. Online for the Mint Julep Memorial. And they're racing El Jefe quickly out of the gate. Amadeus up there with Growler, much talked about here in the pre-show. Mash in the purple silks moves along in fourth in front of Blue Lechon and Know Your Judo Well. Now passed by Cosmic Dose, going to round out the board here along with Positive Energy. A lot of movement here in the early stages around the opening turn, but buckle up because we got 12 furlongs here on the docket. Left turning affair on the dirt. Good track and a beautiful day for some stakes racing. El Jefe, in the meantime, holds the lead by 2.5 over Amadeus. Cosmic Dose moves along now up to third as Mash sits along here in fourth. No change there with Positive Energy and Higashi. Higashi now out of the 12 hole at 18-1. in cruise control, just trying to stay along here with the leaders. Half miles coming on in 50 and change, but it's all El Jefe in the first part of this one. Amadeus, ground saving, stalking trip down at the rail, back to Mash on the outside. Now tucks in a little bit here, trying to save some ground as well with Cosmic Dose in fourth. These two swap positions, positive energy, no change there. And Nashville Stomper starting to make some moves. The Hooves are cruising as they're picking up some gain here and picking up momentum around the bend, 3/4 in 1:15. And El Jefe finally found some competition here up front, but it might have been short-lived as El Jefe now regains that 2-length lead. Amadeus backtracks, another break of 5.5 to the pack of Mash, Cosmic Dose, Extravagance. Extravagance looking good here in the backstretch as Extravagance moves all the way up in the 5th, overtaking Obama Runs. Obama Runs also with a strong move down at the rail. Got to be careful here, but they're all chasing El Jefe, who's now built up another 5-length lead over the competition. Amadeus not bringing their best yet. Mash trying to get something rolling here. Extravagance was looking real good here, but might have clipped heels with Cosmic Dose. Cosmic Dose gets the better of it here, and Cosmic Dose has a full head of steam. If good enough today, El Jefe in the meantime, that lead is padded to about 6.5 as they shake them up and head for home. El Jefe, Amadeus, I feel like it's been back and forth with those two names the entire time, but insert coin, here comes new challenger. Wow. 1 furlong to go past the 8th pole with El Jefe trying to hold on now as Cosmic Dose breathing down his neck. Amadeus battles back for 3rd, but that's all they can do as El Jefe is going to bring this one home for Midnight Stables over Cosmic Dose and Amadeus.
Oh my God.
Dominant.
My goodness. I don't know if, I'm not sure if I've seen a wired 12 furlong.
12 furlong wire, yeah. Geez.
God. Secretariat. El Jefe has just entered the history books.
Yeah, didn't pull the foot off the gas the entire race. El Jefe.
Mo, you're the horse racing expert. Is that the best run you've seen since Secretariat?
It's right up there, boss man. That was pretty incredible to watch. Love to see it. The power of Stack of Bloodlines.
Yeah. Well,
El Jefe coming in from Midnight Stables. The 11 out of Midnight Stables, 18-1. These
18-1. A horse that wired a 12 furlong field, 18 horse field was it against 12 furlongs? 18. Wired all of them, and no one knew it. 18-1.
Nobody knew it. The house wins on that one, baby.
Oh my!
The house takes it all. We got a special race coming up, though. Okay, so we got 4 minutes. This is a special race. I've been told. I just received a small notice, a small telegram via a Bluebird at my window that there is actually a few horses in this race, incidentally, from that are from the stable of our producer himself, Bigfoot Stables. 2 horses competing today. 2 Bigfoot Stable horses. Is
this 18. A conflict of interest?
I think it might. I mean, are you going to be able? Can we go to to? Will you be able to call this race?
Can he called it fairly? I don't know if he'll call it fairly.
Is this a?
So I did clear it with legal. We're good. And okay. I've been working on my composure and my professionalism during a live race call with my own horses. We've been working on this, Ian. Don't worry, we got you.
Okay, good. We've been good so all the counseling that we've been paying for has paid off. Mo knows emotional regulation is through the roof, and we're gonna witness a race with not one but two Bigfoot Stables entries. The 14 Momentum and the 18 Kia. Meanwhile, the odds-on favorite horse here is the 17. It's Twister Zipper out of D Stables. Always got to give a shout out to the D Stables boys. We love the
D Stables on top. Always, right?
D Stables on top. Book Smart. Another D Stables entry here, it looks like. And I'm interested to see how this race shapes up. This is a 70 max. I love these 70 max benchmark stakes races because it really does open up the field. You see a lot of races you see a lot of racers that you don't see.
Since we have the owner on with us, I mean, I think this is kind of interesting. So the win of this race would be let's see, about a $940 payout. So you as the owner there, Bigfoot, like what did it take for you to get this horse, into this, and how much effort, how long of the bloodline, how long have you been working towards this, possible race win?
So there's 2 of them in here. One of them you guys probably know very well from the old Boy Named Sue bloodline, which was my first horse ever in photo finish, which was a B colt, by the way. One of the most insane B colts we've ever seen on the track.
Wow.
But we worked our way up, and over time, we've now, brought it up. But that's Kia. That's the A minus. Now, momentum is actually from Dr. Ruth, from my grandmother. She was a big fan of the game. She used to ask about the horses.
That's the 14.
That is the 14. Yeah.
Let's look at this horse. And,
so momentum.
I'll judge the vibes of the horse by looking at it in 3D.
Yes, this was a horse that we actually thought was a 12 furlong runner for some reason. Just tends to run better at 10. Dutch Oven is his nemesis, also in this race as well. We actually duked it out in the last free roll. But yeah, I mean, again, a lot of bloodline research and obviously a little bit of luck. You always got to sprinkle a little bit of luck when it comes to, some of these babies. But yeah, I don't know, man. The bloodline kicks out these 10 to 12 furlong monsters. And I absolutely love it.
All
Dutch
right,
Oven, man. Dutch Oven is a fearsome rival. Dutch Oven out of Beetlejuice Stables. This horse has 9 preference stars, all on preference. All 9 stars working for this horse. Full preferences, a very good, strong record. But I do see momentum up there, dueling with this horse in some of the races that, probably a few races ago, maybe 5 to 8 races ago. But that horse looks amazing. That's the 3. Did the 3 enjoy some odds? Wow. Not even as many as I would have expected. Not even as many. I mean, can we look at Twister Zipper here? Twister Zipper.
Is that the 18? No, wait. Which one is that?
Twister
17.
Zipper is the 17. I mean, looks really good. Twister Zipper. I mean,
let's see in 3D. Let's see how confident this horse is looking today.
Yeah, this is a D Stables horse. I mean, beautiful chestnut.
Extremely confident. Very confident.
Yeah, it did kind of. Geez, I kind of feel like it. I feel a little bit more beta now.
Very relaxed. Very relaxed, ready to run.
I feel neurotic compared to the relaxed, grounded vibe of this horse. You know what I mean? That's a good sign. That means that's the kind of thing that I would bank on.
Well, we've got. I hear the NFA bugle faintly sounding.
No way! It's ready. We're going. Okay,
and we are headed down to the track for our impartial announcer to take it away.
All right, here we go. Race fans, we are back. Not every day you interview the loser before the race, but only here on Photo Finish. Shout out to Virtual Horse Racing online for the Red River Run. And they are off and racing. It's Illusion of Truth going to run alongside General Disconnect. Then comes Smoky Sprint, Goldener Hugo, Twisted Zipper in 5th position, and Apollo of Persia. Going to round out the board here as they head out the chute and on to the main track in this 10 furlong left-turning affair on the dirt. Sloppy track here for some stakes action. And up top, it's Illusion of Truth here past the wire for the first time. Everybody waves to the leader. Illusion of Truth. Illusion of Truth joined inside. Here comes General Disconnect. Not too disconnected here in the early stage. Looks right at home and is going to poke a nose in front. Take over the lead from Illusion of Truth. And Illusion of Truth might have been scared by their own shadow and flies all the way back. But Twisted Zipper in the meantime going to take it over here as General Disconnect also not comfortable in the lead. New leader for Hikma. Here comes Twisted Zipper. 5th, Race in Peace. And things are really shaking up here as we make our way down the backstretch. And I am not looking for my silks, I promise you. Half miles coming on and 51 and change as Hikma showing the way in front of 5th. Saving Private Rat, Smoky Sprint. Here comes Booksmarts as well, looking to make a move with King Lizard Gizzard. And there is tons of movement happening here as we are making our way into the far turn. Anything could happen here on the track as Hikma still showing strong. And don't look now, but here comes Momentum at the 14th position, looking to put some breath down the leader. It's Hikma, now challenged. There goes Momentum. Momentum takes over the lead. Hikma backtracks into 2nd. Smoky Sprint. Dutch Oven also making a move as Momentum cannot hold on, gets scared. It's Smoky Sprint, Booksmart. Momentum back for 4th, back for 2nd. Olive Parker in the meantime sneaks by to take over the lead. Momentum back into 2nd. Booksmart's making a push here, and it might be too little too late as Olive Parker is going to bring this one home for a nice big prize here at 10-1. But Momentum looking to hold it and maybe bring home a nice little prize. It's going to be Olive Parker over Momentum and Booksmart. Shout out to Olive Parker over Dream Farms.
Dang, man, that was really impartial. That was incredibly impartial. That was objective as hell.
Not gonna lie, I'm shaking a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'm reading it right. That's a $440 win. For some Derby
Nothing
tokens
to scoff
on.
at, man.
Yeah, it's a hard 1 minute of work for your virtual jockey.
No,
Yeah,
that's
Now, what is your
exactly
jockey? What does your
That's not
jockey
exactly
take?
Chipotle. That's
How much did you have to
McDonald's.
pay him for that, though? I mean, is he a 10%er?
The jockey takes enough. But I just want to say real quick for anybody that watches this and thinks this is like a game or something. This horse, the bloodline that it came from, and they can't hear me real quick. My grandmother, who passed away, again, always asked about horses, came from Dr. Root. And this is 2 races now since she left us that this horse came out and gave us the best. I mean, you can't do things like that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you guys, again, for making the game and everything. So that was awesome. And shout out to the winner.
Great to hear.
But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you.
Love it. Real. That's the
yeah.
player driven element, man. That's like, every horse
Real
has a story.
stories. The
Yeah,
lore.
exactly. That's what
There's real
drives it.
lore
That's what
there.
drives the excitement, from the player side. The spectator side, I mean, the horses took care of that one. That was a very exciting race. Super, super contentious. Probably the most contentious race of the night, leading us perfectly in as I segue into what is the highlight of the night, I would say, although of course that was wonderful, but now we are into the majors, baby. This is
meaty.
each meaty, exactly $10,000 in each one of these purses. Huge pick pools. By the way, the Gallop and the Derby are still up, and the Derby looks like it's stacked up pretty impressively here. Already 313,000 total Derby in the pool. I would make some picks on that one. If you're going to use the dowsing rod as aforementioned, dowsing rod, you have time. I mean, some of these horses, there are horses in this race that are 57-1, man. Is that worth a sprinkle? Probably. I mean,
might
damn.
be. Yeah, and again, anyway. we'll shout out our friend pfldrf.com. If you're unsure what horse to pick, just head over there. He's got all the intel. He'll show you each the racing form.
Yeah, get a night.
And load some Derby in real quick from USDC and join us along the way. This is good times. So yeah, go ahead, Fib.
Oh, well, that's all. I mean, here we are at the Twin Spires Sprint.
That's all.
3 minutes away. Well,
I'm good.
With regards to making picks. I mean, make your picks. You got to make your picks. That's just how it works, man. You got to make your picks. You're here. You can check out the DRF, of course. It just makes it so much more digestible. It'll give you, even if you're going to make an at-a-glance pick, it's just way easier to do that way, in my opinion. If you're really going in for some serious picking action. However, we do have about 2 minutes until we get to the sprint. Now we have a sprint, a mid-distance, and the classic 10 furlong major. We are at the sprint now, 20 horse field, so as big as they come in the game.
And this is only 5 furlongs, right?
Only 5, yes.
So relatively short race for those out there. That is, I want to say 1,000 meters. I have no idea. Something like that, right? How many feet would that be?
I don't know how many feet are in a furlong. I don't know how many. What's the mile conversion? We could do the math right now.
No, it looked like I saw our producer trying to Google it for us. I really don't care. It's just
forget
being
stupid.
About it. But here we are. If you're in the chat and you know how many feet are in 5 furlongs, we would love to hear it. Regardless, let's hear your pick to win, Fib, in this race. We've got Baltazar Ranch at 4.5 to 1, a pretty solid little favorite, the 19. That's a good looking speed out of Baltazar Ranch. Yeah, Wisdom Way. But who are you taking? Who are you taking? That's the chalk. I know you don't want the chalk. No one does. What else do you like?
I don't love the chalk, Ian. I don't. I mean, of course, it looks strong. It's the chalk for a reason. But I like this other Midnight Stables entry, the 14. Looks pretty good to me here. Really solid record, solid, super strong fleets here. Another Midnight. I love seeing a new stable make a splash like this. So I got to root for this horse. Now there's also Wabi Sabi. By the way, Wabi Sabi here out of Soma. And we know that Soma performs in this left dirt arena. This is kind of like it seems like this is what he attacked. And he has had great results. I mean, he's a Derby winner himself, this stable Soma. And Wabi Sabi actually looks really strong. You see Wabi Sabi showing up on the board. There's also King of Victory. Now, King of Victory, this is a Driney Park entry. Driney Park, really solid stable in the game. King of Victory, I believe. Which horse is that, King of Victory? The 11. King of Victory looks super strong. And King of Victory does have a decent amount of action, and it makes sense. Strong looking S+. Off preference in one dimension. Everybody, most of the horses here are off preference in the firmness of the track, but Flammel, the 14 I mentioned earlier out of Midnight, I think looks really good. So that's my pick. I like the 14. If I had to do an exact, I'd probably go 14 and then chalk exact, a 14-19.
14-19 in that order, or are you going to box it?
I'm just going to do it in that order. That's my pick.
14 to win.
I like it a little longer.
I
like it a little longer.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's hard for me to fade, King of Victory. But yeah, I'll go 11, 14, 19 exacta box. Let's go down to the track.
We're in. Let's go.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. We are back here. Ponchos on, it's raining at a virtual Churchill, and they are off and running in the Twin Spires Sprint. Grade 1 action, it's Swift Juicer breaking out to the lead along with Barbuda. Then comes Bronze third. Bullfrog moves along in fourth in front of Wisdom Way, and Fazoletti at 25-1 cruises in sixth position for Grape Syndicate as they make their way into the opening turn of this 5 furlong left turning affair on the dirt. Making it the only turn here in this sprint, blinking its overchat. Opening quarter in a quick 23 and change for Bronze the third. Bronze the third, nice quick movement up top. Barbuda trying to sneak by now and challenge for the lead. Swift Juicer looking to make a move, but Bronze the third is on one today as he shakes him up and heads for home. Here goes Bronze the third. Barbuda now down low, tries to take a different approach to this one. Down the center of the track, don't look now, insert coin. Here comes new challenger, it's Platinum Rose, and as we weren't looking, Barbuda's gonna pop a nose in front here, and on the bob, it's gonna be Barbuda for Ted Racing over Bronze the third and Platinum Rose.
Oh, hey. Ayo.
Oh my God.
My goodness. Oh, I love to see Ted Racing back. Look
He's
at that.
so back.
That's so cool. He's so back. Ted Racing.
He's
For those
so
that know,
back.
Ted is one of the most legendary players in the community. This guy, he's unknown. No one knows who he is. He's unlike Mike Sowers, who's fully doxxed. He is Ted. We have no idea who he is, but he's back. Great win, Ted. Congratulations, Barbuda.
Huge
I
win.
mean,
yeah.
so, and I'm going to say congratulations to the chat here. 28-1.
28-1. 28-1.
Who had him?
Nasty. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. Someone had Barbuda. If you had, I want to make a request of everybody that's watching right now. If you're watching right now and you hit something nasty like a 28-1, please post please post.
Please post. Please, even if it's $1.
Yeah.
28
we'd love
to
to
1.
see what you made. Yeah.
Good gosh. I
We'd
mean,
love to see
again,
20. Now
Pump
that's
Fun,
actually Chipotle.
you're not
right
making too many 28-1s. You're basically losing all of them on Pump Fun. This is a nice little idea there to try it out over here.
I mean, Barbuda, you have 24 hours to look at these majors. Of course, this is probably the biggest event of the season. I want to say, it's the Kentucky Derby, man. We love every archetype. We love all of the horses. We love all the players. But the Kentucky Derby is the Kentucky Derby, and it's a big day, man. The pots.
It's when the
big,
bourbon
the
is
big.
flowing. I mean, we all get in the mood once a month or once every 28 days to get the juleps going. Again, it's kind of fascinating. I look over at PFL DRF and they've got the roses out, all this stuff. It's like, it's kind of brings you back to that moment of being there in Louisville with all these crazy horse owners, virtual horse owners. I wonder if we're going next year. Got to start planning travel. I know some of the folks in the community are planning a Breeders' Cup outing. So if you're in the community and you're in the California area, make sure if you want to go join up, there are going to be quite a few photo finish players going to Breeders' Cup. I'm not sure if I'm going to make this one, but Fib might. You going to go?
It's so worth it. To the Breeders' Cup in Cali. I mean, when is that exactly? September?
What's the exact date? No, it's not September. It's I think it's November.
November. Well, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was so much fun last time, man.
First or second? Let's see. No, yeah, November 2nd. It's an
event. This is what we do.
It is what you do.
This is who we
I had
are.
a blast meeting a lot of the community members for sure, and it's always so great to when people are behind a keyboard and you're kind of arguing with each other, you can just start to think, what's wrong with it? You can't quite get that connection. And now it's like I've seen all of them in person, and
you meet them.
They're
what's
awesome.
wrong with them now.
I know what's wrong with them. I loved it. Meeting Pocono, meeting SoCal. I mean, these are just really interesting and amazing dudes. It was awesome. And their families were there. It was killer. That's what Web3, I guess, is really brings you together.
Indeed, yeah. So out there, such an interesting, unforgettable experience. It's just not, you're just not getting that anywhere else. And of course, it's all fueled by the players, fueled by these days like this. This is we're laying down the foundation of the culture with these big events, and we are here, making history. And here we are, with this mid-distance major race, the Twin Spires Gallop. I mean, this is
You're segueing into the Gallop.
by step by step, and here we are.
We have an 8 furlong race that is every bit as prestigious as the Derby, as you're saying. So this is another 10 Gs,
Exactly.
which I
At
think
least
is
if
2
you
billion
my
yen.
purse, certainly, yes.
I mean, I'll look up how much yen that is, unless the chat knows. It's $10,000.
Yeah, anybody know the conversion rate? I'm sure it's fluctuating quite a bit these days.
This is a $10,000. Look at that. Mike Sowers is in the chat. Remember, $10,000 race. There's 3 in a row. What world are we living in? This is absolutely amazing.
The world where you breed horses with skill, with courage, and attack the peak
with courage. That's true. With your heart on your sleeve.
You have to have courage. How could you be here without courage? How could you be here?
Yeah, it does take.
We're on the frontier, man. Yeah, we're the founding fathers. You are the founding fathers.
All right, so just so we know, this is 1.6 million yen on the line.
Oh, 1.6 million yen. Holy moly.
Crazy, right?
Jeez.
So, a lot of yen on the line.
Yeah.
I think you could buy a house with 1.6 million, anything. I don't know what the exchange rate is.
Sure,
but,
yeah, totally.
So we've got a bunch of huge grade horses here. These are some beasts. Passing me by. I'm assuming that's a Far Side reference, which is excellent. So congrats on Rinsed Out Racing. I don't know if I know Rinsed Out Racing that well. Is that a relatively new?
They've been around. Rinsed Out Racing, been around, been competing. You see them here and there. Of course, recognize the Spiral. But in terms of winning like a really big event, I'm not sure if they've taken like a really big event yet. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, this is Rinsed Out. Oh, this is Jaxed. Okay, sorry, I missed it. Yeah, obviously I've seen Rinsed Out Jaxed forever. I didn't recognize the Rinsed Out. But hey, that's a favorite. I don't know if I've seen him win a big one, right? A major?
I'm not sure. I don't believe so. It doesn't ring a bell. It's possible.
Chat
a lot.
has Rinsed Out won a major. Let us know.
If not today, maybe the day, according to the odds, man. According to the way that the Derby has stacked up, I think 20 pump and dump, absolute horsepower.
The 20.
The 20 also looks pretty good. More
24 to 1.
The 4, 24 to 1 on this horse doesn't look bad at all, in my opinion.
Okay.
These fields are going to be competitive. There's a lot of horses that have nice records, nice fleets. I mean, the one looks good. Gretz out of JPEG Lord. You can't fade JPEG Lord. That's just how it works. JPEG.
Let's look at that horse in 3D. Let's see this gray in 3D.
Gretz.
Ooh, a little timid.
You think it's timid on the day? Is it going to come alive when the shot is fired? When it's time to race?
That's true. Could be, but being there in the one hole, a little difficult to get out. Kind of squished. I don't know if you're timid.
It's gonna have to make a big push.
Not good. Yeah.
It's gonna have to it's gonna have to work through the fear and attack that W. Right. Take it. This mid-distance race, you got to have a little heart for that. You got to have a little drive.
Yeah. But that's a strong contender. Obviously, 13 to 1. I mean, look, scrolling down.
I mean, Capricious out of YSM. That's the 8 with a great record. I mean, a lot of these horses look so even on it. In a way, it's actually, it makes it kind of hard to pick one horse. That's the beautiful thing, that you don't have to pick one horse. You don't have to pick one horse.
You don't. Yeah, you can hedge, as they say in the biz. Now, you see quite a few of the sort of big name stables in here. Of course, you see the Grape Syndicate. You see Absolute. You see Ted. You see Breaking Bad. What does it take, Fib, to work your way into this? And maybe we could even ask our prestigious host. What does it take to make it up into this next grade level? What are you working towards this, Sir Mo?
I think from a player perspective, it's and again, you see it in a lot of these big races, right? It's just taking good bloodlines, isolating what their good stats are, and not taking along horses that have bad stats, which makes some horses maybe unbreedable. But you have to kind of isolate good genes and just keep building. And again, I did a little bit of sprinkle of RNG, but for the most part, I think most of them have that in common.
Yeah, moving the way up the bloodline. You do have quite a few. Now, you were just talking before the chat how much you hated Maxwell's Silver Hammer. Does that mean you will fade the 7 here? Silva Hammer, I assume that's probably a reference to it. What do you think? The least favorite Beatles song of your entire life?
That's certainly. Are you asking me or Mo? Because I'm certainly going to fade it. Yeah, I'm not. That's one of the worst songs of all time. I'll go on record and say that. So Maxwell Silver Hammer, so irritating, up there with Danny California out of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know what I mean? Just something I never want to hear again in my life. And so I am going to fade the 7, but with a heavy heart, because it actually doesn't look bad. It looks like it never
Yeah,
got a chance to
looks
really
strong.
perform as it deserves to. In terms of the 8 furlong distance, it looks pretty good in general.
Well, I hope
There's
this
so many
horse
horses
wins.
that can take
Just to
it. Yeah.
shove it in your face, let's head down to the track, Mo, and let's give Silva Hama the win tonight. Let's hope the best.
All right, thank you again. Horses are online, and rip to any sponsorship from the Beatles or Red Hot Chili Peppers in the near future. But they are racing off, and away they go. It's Pendant going to break out the best of it, along with Whip Cracker down at the rail with Gretz Capricious in the 4th position in front of King of Honey. And comes Bahamian Bounty, even, as apparently I am tongue-tied. Here at 27-1, making some moves early for YSM Racing around the opening bend in this 8 furlong left-turning affair on the dirt. Whip Cracker up top, we can say that name, but here comes Bahamian Bounty. Wants to take a crack at this leader now, pulling up alongside. Awkward eye contact alongside, but Whip Cracker is going to repel the challenge here down the backstretch. Petting it up in 3rd, Capricious in 4th. Morgeres got involved here and tries to make some moves here, but now passed by Golden Coat and Crimson Blue. And Crimson Blue's got a full head of steam here at 22-1. Might be problematic for the leaders here. Half miles coming gone in 48 and change. And Petting it takes it over. Bahamian Bounty, Capricious now moves up in the 2nd. Crimson Blue continues the battle, passing me by, doing just that to every horse here along the way, all the way in the 2nd now, with a beautiful sweeping move out of passing me by, but Capricious still up top by a short nose. Capricious here now passing me by, tries to make a move, but leaving it wide open down at the rail for Tekawita is Tekawita here at 22-1. Sora's a move here and goes right on by. Madrigal down the center of the track. Here comes Pump and Dump. One final move as Tekawita tries to hold off. Madrigal, one final push here. It's going to be Tekawita, as I'm pretty sure I butchered that name 7 different ways for Tombstone. Shout out to Mikey. It's going to be Tekawita over Madrigal and Capricious. I got to stop saying that name.
Oh my God. Tekawita.
Tekawita, man. Sowers in the chat. No, sorry, not Mike Sowers. The guy that we did not dox. Congrats again. Tombstone with 2 big wins on the night. Wow.
Huge.
Could not be more pleased.
Big Derby. But how about the rest of that podium? Was that a YSM podium besides that? I think that was two YSM horses.
Always the bridesmaid and never the bride.
Well,
YSM.
I mean, there is something going on in the next race though that may contradict that. It may contradict that. Astronaut. Oh no, they lost the odds-on favorite. How about that? Sprinter Sacra. I'm just gonna say Sacra. Sprinter Sacra. I don't know how to exactly.
Have you moved on, Fib? You're just scattered. You're murmuring out of nowhere. What are you talking about?
We're jumping into the Kentucky Derby.
Okay, all right.
Derby.
So, congrats.
Yes.
We will package up congratulations to Tombstone Stables on the win. And now, Fib, to the Derby coming up next.
To the Derby coming up next. So we have it's huge field, huge action, absolutely stacked up Derby. And it looks like when I last looked at it, the 19-horse Sprinter Sacra, that's the YSM offering in this race. That's the 19 coming in at 4-1, really close to the odds-on favorite. The odds-on favorite in this race is the 16 now, and that's Astronaut out of Grand Orse. Now, some of these horses, man, I don't think I've seen odds this high in a long time. Some of these horses are coming in at 66-1, 66-1 now. At this point, untouched.
Would you take a soulmate horse at 65-1? I sure would.
Yes. Woo! Now the pool is closed now, but man, there is an absolutely insane level of competition in this race. But it looks like only for a scattering of horses, but people can't necessarily decide how it's going to play out. A lot of love on Cosmic Thug from GVG. Cosmic Thug, that's the 3, and then also some love on the 20, Bougie, out of Wolof the Bandito, as well as the 17 Super Bowl.
Always love a Wolof horse.
Hard
20.
to fade a Wolof horse.
Ooh, and that's a good looking with the white coat with the orange tail. He's like bred a ginger somehow on the 20. Let's look at that 20 in 3D. Who breeds a ginger? Wolof somehow finds a way to
all
prove his
lowercase genes.
Look at that 20. Let's see. Oh my goodness, look at that thing. It's He's a
beautiful.
Brit.
Ron Weasley, yeah.
He's a Scottish horse. Ron Weasley horse. Bougie.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
If
Installed-
YSM is in the chat, how do we pronounce the 19? Please tell us. Someone put that in. I think we've asked this before, but yeah. All right. So astronaut. Let's take a look at the 16. I mean, that is a horse. Obviously, everyone in the chat loves the 16. If you've laid a pick on the 16, let us know in the chat. Let us know how much Derby you rolled. I mean, it's hard to imagine very many horses in real Derby or in virtual with a 20 horse field pulling that low of odds. So, I mean, this feels like everyone and their brother thinks that there's no way this horse loses, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's wild to get a 3-1 on a 20 horse field, right?
I think people went pretty heavy on this horse. I mean, I think that this is one of those things where this is one of those horses, this and the 19 Sprinter Sacra. I'm just going to say
Sacra. It just says Sacra is in the chat. Sacra.
Sprinter Sacra. Okay, Sprinter Sacra, the 19 Bougie. I mean, look at these records here. You can see where these horses are running at the absolute tip top of competition throughout the entire season. You can see there's I think the play here would be, I mean, when you have odds like this that are like 3-1 in a field where there's horses with 60-1, I would be looking for all of the horses at least that show up in this pinnacle. Yeah, take the field, and also at the pinnacle of these races, like there are some horses here that show up and they're not necessarily getting the love that they deserve. What about Haslin? Which horse is Haslin? I'm seeing Haslin.
That's the 4.
Haslin's the 4. Now, what kind of odds did Haslin roll in with? 28-1.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that Tombstone can tape it again?
Pull a triple crown himself tonight.
Can they do it again?
Can Tombstone win it again?
I don't know. I think that would have been worth a play.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't know. Like, obviously, strong podium percentage, but the stars and the fleet figures itself, like, I feel like there's probably some higher class to beat. But 76 is nothing to snuff at. I mean, I'm trying to go look at like history there of Haston. Is it Hastine? I don't know how you say it. Hey, if we're saying it wrong, drop it in the old chat for us here.
Tell us, yeah.
I mean, yeah, looking, he ran his best fleet is he ran a freaking 84 at 10 furlongs. On left dirt.
I mean, I'm still.
All right, yeah, maybe there's a dark horse.
It could be,
as it were. Mm-hmm.
Well, for 28-1, I mean, I would say I would have sized in appropriately to the 28-1 dark horse odds there. I feel like if you want, the only horse that I think might be able to show up, like sort of like with decent double-digit odds here, that seems realistic compared to some of the top contenders here. Maybe Bougie the 20. It might be Bougie the 20 coming in at I think 14-1. I mean, 14-1, still really nice in a pool like this. Still big. You're still taking it big. I think that you could have gone in with some conviction into a horse like that and still seen it, because you see Bougie. That's the horse that really actually shows up a few times on some of these records. Looking through the DRF here, I don't know. There's some other. There's sort of like a second tier down, more long shot horses that I don't think have really showed up compared to the top 3. I mean, this looks like a 3-horse race, but 20 horse field.
I don't know. Yeah, 20 horse field. I mean, you're looking at like a Super Bowl out of GVG. Yeah. GVG's genetics. He's got impeccable bloodlines. That horse ran just a week ago an 87 speed, fleet figure, and actually didn't win. Lost to Growler.
Growler not in this race. Was in another one today.
Yeah. So, but that obviously Super Bowl, and that horse is pulling 13-1 or whatever. Like, there's a lot of good value if you were here playing the ponies this evening. But I mean, it's so hard for me always when we went to the Derby, when I sit at home and watch the big race days, when there's a 20 horse field, I'm just like, oh my God, I don't know. It's so difficult to try and pick them out. So I typically just stick with long shots, because how fun is it to, plow into a 3-1?
Yeah.
It has 19 other horses ready to beat it. It's just like, oh my God, no, not for me. I don't know about chat. Chat, if you're playing chalk, let me know so we can not be friends anymore.
When you see it, like when you see a pool this size, like going in 3-1 on a pool this size is always like, ooh, I don't know. But the horse does look so amazing. I mean, it's 3-1.
Yeah.
It's still, I mean, three times
probably going to win.
3 times your Derby. Yeah.
Yeah. 3X is probably still good. Yeah. Right. But yeah, obviously having to lay it all on a single horse is always pretty scary. So sometimes I would say, well, yeah, do 5 or 6 win bets or something like that or win picks.
For
Yeah,
sure. And the place and show pools also ended up pretty nice here. 20,000 Derby in each one of those. So if you're trying to
Nice.
see if a horse is, second or third. Anyway, it's time to go.
It's time. Let's head on down to the track. Mo, take us away for the Kentucky Derby.
Thank you, gentlemen, one more time. Shout out to Ian and Fib in the studio there, holding it down. Shout out to chat. We got 20 horses, one thing on their mind. Taking home that sweet, sweet Derby here in the virtual Kentucky Derby. And they are off. Quickly out of the gate, it's Bougie. Then comes Venture Capital. Wistful Thinking moves along here in third from Sprinter Sacra. Then it's Magic's Legs in front of Rosebush. Here to round out the board now with Haston, but this is the Derby chat. We do not stop there. Now here comes the next pack of Piercing. Piercing alongside him, that's Sprinter Sacra now. Oh, he's backtracking real quick here. Then it's Eye of Sauron trying to make a move. Then between horses, that's Ivory Passion. Bay Margarita also trying to find something here as Haston gets clipped. Now we make our way back. It's Melting Ice in the 13 hole. And Cosmic Doug looking for some room down at the rail as we try to call them all here in the Derby. Shout out to all the participants here as we make our way around the bend in this 10 furlong affair. Left action on the dirt. It's a good track here today from virtual Churchill. Wistful Thinking now shows the way at 36-1 down the backstretch. Half miles come and gone in 49 and change. Halfway over, it's Wistful Thinking. Cosmic Doug did find some room down there at the rail and gets up in the second. Melting Ice now in third, but here comes Astronaut. Astronaut, the post-time favorite at 3.21, is now trying to climb here and joined by Sprinter Sacra. Rosebush also here now at 45-1 down at the rail. If can find some room, might seem to have the legs today, but Wistful Thinking in the meantime builds up about a 6-length lead over Sprinter Sacra here into the far turn. Here goes Wistful Thinking. The lead continues, but Sprinter Sacra had other ideas. It's just playing with their food. It's Sprinter Sacra with a perfectly timed turn here. It's Sprinter Sacra showing why the professionals handle their business a certain way. 100 meters to go, and it's Sprinter Sacra now leads by a country mile. Just Ace, Rosebush. These two battling out for prizes here for second and third, and here comes Cosmic Doug. But Sprinter Sacra, in the meantime, is going to bring this one home, ending the side for YSM. Finally gets himself a champion. Congratulations to YSM.
Wow. What a long time coming that is, man. What a long time coming. Finally, he gets his roses. Drape them in. I could imagine Peeb in a gown of roses right now.
He's probably asleep. Missed it, like classic Charlie Brown maneuver. He's like, oh no, I'll never win. And then actually blew it. Wow. Absolutely crazy. I mean, what a run. Like, obviously, sometimes I get a little bit embarrassed that our race sim allows horses to run so wide. It's one of those things that like we need to fix and we never have.
We will.
But that was pretty insane. Like, he looked like he was running to the stands and just all of a sudden, like, took off. So wow,
competitive field. It was so tight there, even going into the third turn. That's why he was so wide, because there's so many damn horses out in the front of the pack. And he came through and took it. He showed that he had heart. He showed that despite possibly that maybe, I bet Peeb was in that horse's ear last night being like, please win. I know you're not going to win, but please do. You know what I mean? And this horse is like, no, I'm going to show you to believe in yourself. He's going to teach Peeb to believe in himself.
I mean,
that's what's going to happen.
If you watch that replay and you look, I mean, basically even coming into the home stretch and then wins by like 8 lengths. I mean, like an absolute masterclass of timing the final sprint there. Sprinter
slingshot.
Wow. Look at this. I mean, he's even right there if we're watching the replay, and then look at him just tear away from the field. Not even close. No one near him. Oh my goodness. Or is it a her? Did I say him? Sprinter Sacra is a filly.
It's a filly.
Oh
wow.
My gosh. No. Okay, it's a colt. Sprinter Sacra is a
oh, my bad. Bougie's a filly.
Okay. Yeah, Bougie's the filly, but wow.
It's actually Ginny Weasley, not Ron. Yes.
Yeah. Oh man. So then congrats again to YSM. Obviously we're focusing on him just because this guy has been working so hard to win this Kentucky Derby since day one. There he is. Look at the silks. But we can't say no to, skip out on the sort of the place in Schofield here. So Just Ace out of Poverty
Another one.
Ranch.
Oh, that's Poverty.
Another, not, it looks like last
Oh,
name
it looks
Mo-
like okay. There we go.
So another beast there. And then we have GVG hitting the podium, our steed there with Cosmic Thug. So Super Bowl, who I thought maybe had a shot out of GVG, did not. But this Cosmic Thug, who's stud, who's sire, another Thug Passion horse.
Thug Passion, man.
Is proving his worth in the stud barn.
Just passionately creating these foals.
Whatever Thug Passion is charging in the stud barn, it's clearly not enough.
Not enough. Not even close.
Not even close. Bring that up to 1.6 million Derby per, that's what I would do.
Yeah, you want to compete in the Derby? I mean, it's the gift that keeps on giving. That's what winning the Derby is.
Exactly. It really is. Well, here we are, an absolute wonderful evening of racing. Fib, great job. That was fun.
Thanks, Ian. You too.
I think your song is really what set the night off correctly.
Oh, my. Let's bring it back.
Ready?
Which one was this one? Thank you for coming today. Spend a lovely time watching this race. Hope you join us on Monday for time.
Derby and dirty rhyme.
Derby
right?
and dirty. Yeah, that rhymes.
Well,
anyhow, yeah, thanks. Thank you. Hey,
congrats to Fib. Congrats to Tombstone. Congrats to all participants. An absolutely wonderful. It was quite a night. One of my favorites so far. Sweet 16 season. Season 17 going to be a wild one. We have a lot of pretty fun, exciting releases coming this season. A lot of interesting changes. Some will be talked about for generations to come. We also have July 4th. Again, prepare yourselves for the glizzies.
It's going to be so much fun, man. Great times await. The great grill out. The great grill out.
The great photo finish community grill out. That's a good way to put it.
Indeed.
It's going to be great. But again, thanks again to Mo. Thanks for Fib. Thanks for all participants. It is so fun running these events with you guys. I love it so much. The community, seeing where you guys have taken these bloodlines from, just the start of a year and some change ago to where they are now. And it's just getting better and better and better each season. You can see how tight the fields are, how interesting some strategy has been. It's so fun to watch that, like, all of our stupid, nerdy math has turned into this really exciting and cool genetics-based simulation in a bizarro world that we can escape our miserable political situation in America and around the world and enter the virtual world of horse racing. So thanks again for joining us.
Horse age.
Thanks again for watching, chat. Love you guys. We will all see you on Discord and such. But as we all know, Monday is Foals Day, the most exciting day. Everyone's new babies will be born. A lot of exciting things coming this month alone in photo finish. So we'll see you all on the track. Thanks again. Signing off.